Good morning from Little Italy in Toronto. Yes, it's a beautiful morning, so I'm off just exploring, walking around different neighbourhoods. So who knows what I'll find today, but I'll share it with you as I go. So I've just turned off the main College Street where the hostel is in Little Italy. That's where I'm wandering around. There's some beautiful old houses up here. So cool. Loving wandering around, finding these little alleyways. I'm just strolling. I've come south of Little Italy now. All these great old houses. So I just walked between College Street and Queen Street West with those beautiful houses. As soon as I go south of Queen Street West, totally different environment. Just how quickly it can change. So such an interesting comparison between those beautiful old houses that I've just seen, which I would guess most would be over 100 years old, to the current form of accommodation we're providing. Just so dense, but the population here is blowing out like in many places around the world. So I just watched a very interesting little video on the history of Fort York and the fact that that was actually one of the names that Toronto was known as before it got named Toronto, which was fairly close to the First Nation name of this area. So this is really good. This is actually a whole free area I can wander around in, and they do guided tours. So this was the officers' barracks, and then later on the barracks for married personnel. Oh, rather fancy.
There was a single captain residing in this first hallway. So the first room on the left would have been his office. The next room down the hallway on the left would have been his bedroom. And the room at the very end of the hallway, opposite the doorway, that's the day kitchen or servants' quarters.
He's just explained the routine to us, and now he's going to give us a demo.
This is the loud part.
So, Toronto has lots of development going on. Rebuilding, knocking down, creating. And this is right down the bottom of downtown and a little to the west, I guess. Not really sure. So this is the Hockey Hall of Fame. I actually walked past this building the other day and thought, oh, there'd be nothing in there to interest me. But apparently I was wrong. This is St. Stephen's. It's the oldest cathedral in Canada, and it's about 200 years old. Yeah, not sure if I mentioned I'm doing a walking tour, so you'll see me following the same people. So the St. Lawrence Market used to be the first city hall, and it turned into a food market, and it's also a gallery. There's big competition to get a place within there.
Just give them ideas.
Sorry. So I hope you can read the labels. There are all sorts of things here. Emu, kangaroo, guinea hens. Yeah, venison.
So what would happen is William Goodman hired architects that would essentially make the insides of the buildings have special kinds of glass and a special inside that if anything exploded, which often always happened, it would explode outwards onto the street right here, the cobblestone. And then it would injure or kill the workers, but the technology and the devices and all the instruments that were actually being used to make the whiskey wouldn't actually work.
So this is a totally different area that I've walked up into now. I've left my touring group and this is Cooktown and I'm going to go up to Cabbagetown. Cabbagetown was settled by the really poor people and they used to grow cabbages in their front yards and apparently they still do, so I'm going to see if I can find them. It's a good example of a house in Cabbagetown. So they grew cabbages in their front yard but then they also turned the front room into a business. So they're still doing that now and they're awesome old buildings. Just beautiful. Lovely gardens. So it's 6 o'clock, rush hour in Toronto. It's just crazy, like so many people just walking around and lots of different nationalities, different accents, heaps of cars. And I'm just walking back to the hostel from Union Station where I was checking out where my bus leaves from. I have no idea what this building is, but it's pretty cool. Kensington Markets is right next to Chinatown. All sorts of interesting produce and also funky shops. Item on my map to check out, Graffiti Alley. So this is just off Queen's Road or Queen Street, which is the gay community. So let's see. So a lot of this alley is just tagging. Unfortunately, there is, if you look, some really good pieces of art. I'm surprised how many people are down here this morning because it's still fairly early, but this is actually when I enjoy Toronto. First thing in the morning, the air's nice and clear, it's a bit cooler and it's quiet. Most people get up much later unless they've got an office to go to. So it's a presentation in support of the refugees and how Canada should support them. Just came across it as I was walking. So I've come past, through, over, under Union Station so many times. So I thought, I just have to stop and get a video. And yes, as you can see, windy Toronto. Gotta catch the ferry over to Toronto Island. And it looks like I'm certainly not the only one catching the ferry. There's lots of vacation care kids, tourists, who knows? Now I have no idea what line to even get in. So I'm getting closer to the ticket office, but that doesn't mean that I'm getting closer to get on the ferry, because there's huge queues in lots of different directions. So patient. And yeah, it's a very hot sunny day, and I do need to get my hat out, and I've already sunscreened up, so taking all the cautions. So yesterday on my walking tour, I learned that Toronto Island was actually joined to the mainland. So although they've done lots of reclamation of land in Toronto, the sandbar actually has totally gone underwater. So from Toronto Island, this is Lake Ontario, not the prettiest in pictures, but this is a huge lake, nearly 20,000 square kilometres. So a massive body of water. Really good things at the lifeguard here, but I hope it's not the emergency because all my clothes are digging. It's no good theory. So I did find a lighthouse. This is Gibraltar Point Lighthouse, and interesting enough, it's actually on the inside of the island, not the open, I hesitate there, open sea island. Is Blackwater's a sea? I don't know. Walking around the island continues, and up from Gibraltar Rock, the beach is so much nicer. I don't know why everyone's down at the other end, because this is lovely and not so weedy. And this is why a lot of people come here. Great in the school holidays. Boarding the ferry, the kids have to hold on to each other's backpack. Love it. There's the ferry. Popular place. That's absolutely hilarious. All those little kids, and they've been so good holding on to each other's backs. It's too funny. This seems like a fairly good place to end my video. I'm in Union Station, ready for the bus. So today it's a bus trip to Detroit. And here nice and early, I was a bit worried that I wouldn't find the station because Union is a huge transit centre. But here I am, plenty of time to spare, so I'll sit and relax. So thank you for watching this video, and bye for now.